Good morning, class 6. Today we will start 4th chapter from your Pact with the Sun, the Old Clock Shop. It's a Christmas Eve and closing time for shops. Ray's old clock shop is still open. Two shoppers call at this late hour. So this is a Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve means a day before Christmas. Christmas falls on 25th of December and Christmas Eve will be on 24th of December. So we have New Year's Eve. So we observe New Year's Eve on 31st of December. Right. So when you talk about Christmas here, the story is from US, and that was the time when snowfall takes place, and if we have you must have noticed that there are people who are in the habit of doing their work at the last minute. So here this many people, they do their shopping or complete their assignments or work also at the last minute. So here the person who there are many shoppers who have gone out to do their shopping and purchasing just before the shops are about to close. So here the story is about Ray, a person who had his old clock shop where he sold the old clocks, purchased them, repaired them, right? And so let's see the story. Christmas Eve had arrived as last minute shoppers were going home. A thick white sheet of snow lay over Salt Lake City, USA. So this is a Christmas Eve, that is 24th of December, a day before Christmas. And the last minute shoppers, people who prefer to do their shopping at the last minute, because many a times it happens that the shopkeepers, they want to finish off the things, so they give you discounts also, so this attract many people. And there are people who are in the habit of doing their work in the last minute. So at last minute, shoppers were going home. A thick white sheet of snow over. So the shoppers, last minute shoppers, have also done their shopping and now they are going back home, and the snowfall had taken place. So a white sheet of snow had covered the whole city, and it's a thick sheet, so that means a lot of snow had fallen. Yet the lights were still burning in the old clock shop, as Ray, its old deaf owner, worked on a clock he had sold that day. So at the last minute, when other shopkeepers are closing down their shops, because it was a Christmas Eve, so they also have to rush to their home to do the preparations for their Christmas. And you must have seen, or if you know it, that it is believed that Jesus Christ was born at the midnight. So these people, they go to the church, they do their prayers and all at night, and in the morning they come back home. So the whole night they spend in the church singing and celebrating the occasion. So here when the people lights, they are still on in the old clock shop, where Ray, the owner, who was a deaf person, a person who cannot hear, so he was trying to work on a clock which he had purchased that day, sold that day. Having finished his work, Ray stood up and was on his way to the back room when a cold rush of air from the front door hit the back of his neck. So after working on that watch, on that clock, he got up from his place and he was going towards the back room, that is the room which is at the back side. You must have noticed that these people, they have a back room where they do the repairing work and all, because that they do not do in front of the customers. They take the thing and do the repairing work in the back room. Sometimes this back room is also, you can say, is the store. So when he was going there, suddenly he felt a cold gush of air from the front door which hit the back of his neck. So it happens that if because it was, the doors were closed, so it was cozy maybe, and suddenly somebody opened the door. So the wind which was blowing outside, because as I have told you that snow was falling, and it must have been very cold. And when the door was opened, that cold gush air hit him at the back, because he was going, so his back was towards the door, and that cold wind hit him from the back, and he realized that somebody is standing at the door. So like he turned to meet a last minute shopper. He thought maybe there is somebody who has come for shopping in the last minute, but his old wise eyes told him that this was not a shopper. So when he realized that this person who was standing there, who have come inside the shop, were not the shoppers. That is because he was an experienced person. He could make out from the facial expressions, from the way, from the behavior, that he could make out that the person who was standing there was not the shopper. He saw two men, one in his 20s, the other closer to 50. So there were two people, one was in his 20s who stood near the door, and the other one was in his 50s. The younger man stood in the door, maybe with the purpose that like if somebody from outside is trying to come in, he can stop, or if Ray wished to go out, then also he can stop him from going out. The older man approached the counter with no sign of friendliness in his eyes. Friendliness in his eyes. Ray was able to hide his growing fear as he slowly pushed a notepad and a pencil across the counter. So Ray, he was able to hide his fear. Obviously, when he saw them, the way their behavior and attitude, he realized, and so he was scared. He was a little afraid. But then he didn't try like he thought of posing in such a way that they do not come to know that he is scared of them. So he posed as if being a calm person, and he slowly pushed the notepad and a pencil across the counter. He pushed that notepad and a pencil towards the person who was in his 50s, who had approached towards his counter. The purpose was because he was deaf, so if the customer would say something, he will not be able to hear. So he kept a notepad and a pen or pencil so that he can interact, he can communicate with the customers. So he passed on that notepad and the pencil across the counter for that person to write whatever he wanted. He smiled at the unfriendly face, then pointed to his ears and shook his head from side to side. A quick look of surprise changed the man's face as he studied the notepad, then turned and said something to his friend. Now, seeing that notepad, this man was not able to understand what does this mean. So, but then Ray smiled by looking towards him. Although the other person had an unfriendly friendliness, the face was not very friendly. And then he understood that what is the question arising in his mind, that what is the use of the notepad and pencil. So he shook his head and pointed towards his ears that he is deaf. By shaking his head, he tried to tell him that he cannot hear. So therefore he said that therefore he meant to say that therefore he was giving that notepad and pencil for the other person to write. So then the other person who was in his 50s, he turned towards the person who was standing at the gate. They had some conversation. In the meanwhile, Ray used the chance to look closely at the man, paying attention to the shape of a gun and a restless hand in the man's right coat pocket. Anger boiled within him, but it was kept down by an inner voice that said, "Be still." He wrote on the notepad, "May I help you?" So Ray, in the meanwhile, when they were conversing, Ray got a chance to look at the man, and while observing him, he saw that his pocket had a shape of a gun, and he was holding that gun. So that means with a restless hand. So obviously he was very angry when he saw that, but then he kept himself calm. He tried to pay attention to the inner voice, that is the conscious, which said that you have to be calm, don't overreact, because they possess a gun. So he wrote on the notepad and he asked him, "May I help you?" For the first time, the older man looked directly at Ray and smiled. So when he wrote that, "How can I help you?" Ray asked the person. So for the first time, till all this was going on, the other person had a smile on his face. But then that was not a friendly smile, a cruel, mocking smile. They both understood why he was there, why his friend remained at the door. They looked like men who were down on their luck and were now ready to try something they would later be sorry about. So, the smile which he had was a mocking smile, and they both knew, they both understood that why they have come there. So, and he was having that mocking smile because Ray had written, "How may I help you?" And both of them knew that they have not come to the shop for shopping. So that's why that mocking smile was there. That obviously they have come to rob the person, so Ray is not going to help them in any way. So therefore, that mocking smile, that cool smile was there on his face. And they both understood that the other man who was standing at the door, why he remained there, so that nobody from outside can come in to help him. Or if Ray wanted to escape, then Ray also could not escape. So they looked like, it appeared to him like Ray thought that these people are out of their luck, and they are now trying something else to earn money. Maybe they might later in life, they might regret for the action that they are going to do, but right now this is what they are feeling, that this is the most appropriate thing for earning money. With this we will stop here, children. We will continue the story in the next class. Do read the story. Thank you. Take care of yourselves.